Thanks for buying that duplex for us. I'm so excited.
Well, now you won't have to live alone anymore. I'm so happy we could do this for you. I really hope you enjoy living in the new place.
More than anything, I'm just so happy that I get to live with my daughter now.
Oh my God. Did you just call me your daughter? Oh, that makes me so happy.
Hold your horses. That's not what I meant at all. Don't get it twisted.
Excuse me?
I'm talking about Monica. Who else would I be talking about?
I'm afraid I don't follow.
You've never been the sharpest tool in the shed, have you? I guess I shouldn't have expected you to change.
But what are you talking about? What do you mean you're going to be living with Monica?
You heard me. I'm going to be living in that duplex that you bought with Monica and her husband. What's so hard to understand about that?
That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
Like I said, you never were the smartest one, huh? I don't see what's so hard to understand. I should have known that my loser son would find a no-good wife like you. Who else would he end up with?
I'm used to you insulting me, but do you really have to talk like that about your own son?
Why wouldn't I? It's just the truth. Compared to my beautiful daughter, you're just an ugly good-for-nothing.
Do you really have to go that far? What did I ever do to you?
Oh, if only Craig had married somebody a little bit more like his little sister. Maybe his life would have been a little bit better. But we can all see how it's turned out now. There's no hope for him at this point.
You know, maybe I'm not as beautiful as she is, but is that really so important to you?
Well, not many people are. But even compared to the average woman, you don't measure up at all. You've got a face like a horse.
How can you be so terrible to me?
It grosses me out to think that you're technically my family. I try not to think about it too much.
I don't know why you've always been so terrible to Craig, but he still never gives up on you. You are his mother, after all, so he keeps holding out hope that someday you'll change.
Well, I am the one who raised him. He owes me for that. Of course he won't give up on me.
And even though you've always been terrible to me, I still wish we could have a better relationship. That's the whole reason we bought this duplex in the first place, so that we could try to have a better relationship going forward.
You think I could have a good relationship with you? You must be out of your mind. Oh, give me a break. Just thinking about it makes me want to puke.
Then what was all this about anyway? I thought you said you wanted to live with us.
That's not exactly what I meant. I said I didn't want to live alone anymore, but I always wanted to live with Monica and her husband, not you guys.
So why didn't you ask her to buy a house then? You should have gone to talk to your wonderful daughter about this instead.
I didn't want to lay such a heavy burden on her. She doesn't deserve that.
So you thought you'd trick us into doing it? There's no reason you should be treating us this way. We're still your family.
I don't want to hear any more complaints from you. All I want from you is more money. Give me money.
Even after all this, you're still going to try to demand more money? I can't believe you.
Of course I'm going to ask you for money. Why wouldn't I? That's all you guys are to me. You're just a source of money.
So, do you really think that I'm inclined to give you any money after you say all these horrible things to me?
What's wrong? Did I hurt your feelings?
This isn't just about money anymore. There's no way we're giving that house to you. We bought it.
What are you talking about? You bought that house for me. How can you try to claim that that house isn't mine? I'm the whole reason you bought it in the first place. It's already mine.
Excuse me?
But I do want you to keep it in your name. I don't want to pay any taxes on it. Oh, and you guys will need to take care of all the utility bills for me, too.
What in the world is wrong with you?
If you're not going to give me any money anymore, then I have no need for either one of you anymore. I'm cutting you out of my life forever.
Oh, would you really do that for me?
Of course I would. Like I said, if you're not giving me any more money, then I don't need you anymore. I can't stand the sight of you anyway. I hope I never have to see you again.
My name is Lucy. I'm 35 years old. I live with my husband, Craig. He's 38 years old. My insane mother-in-law, Rachel, is 70 years old. Craig's father died a few years ago, and since then, Rachel's been living by herself. Around last year, she started complaining about being lonely, living by herself. She said she wanted to live with someone again. Although she had never been very nice to me or even to Craig, we thought we should do something for her. And Craig's never been very good at standing up to her anyway, so he couldn't really say no to her. We talked it over and we decided we would buy a duplex so she could live with us without getting in our hair too much. We were hoping this could be an opportunity to start off on a new foot with her. All we wanted to do was try to build a better relationship with Rachel moving forward. But it seems like she herself had no intention of that ever happening. I couldn't believe that she was saying she was going to take that duplex from us after all that we had done for her. But her insane rampage didn't stop there. It was just getting started.
I'll be taking this map to the new house with me when I leave. Thanks.
Excuse me?
I need to know the address of the new place. I knew the general area, but I didn't know exactly where it was. Luckily, I found this map. I'm glad I came by your place so I could look for it.
Did you just sneak into my house when I wasn't home?
Oh, you don't have to act like I did something bad. I made a spare key for myself a while ago. It's not like I broke in.
When did you do that? You never asked me about it.
Remember when I came to bring you guys some souvenirs? Surely you haven't forgotten.
Of course I remember those canned pineapples. You made such a convincing label to convince us they were fresh from Hawaii. Is that the time you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one. A pineapple is a pineapple anyway, right? What do you have to complain about? At least I bought you something.
You thought you were being so funny. You have a real sick sense of humor.
Well, when you were in the other room throwing a tantrum, I went into your purse and found a key. I took it and made a copy before you even realized it was gone.
I was so pissed I didn't want to be around you. I guess I never should have left you alone with anything valuable.
So anyway, I used that spare key to get in. I'm just here for a visit. I've done nothing wrong.
What are you talking about? You can't just go into somebody's house without their permission while they're not home. Everyone knows that.
But I thought you'd appreciate me coming by for a visit. It's not my fault that you weren't here.
You must know that Craig and I are both out working at this time. Please tell me you haven't messed things up around the house too much.
I just made myself some coffee and watched a little TV. You know I can't miss Ellen.
Who told you you could drink my coffee and watch my TV? I'm taking that key back from you as soon as I can.
Well, I don't even have it anymore. I gave the key to an organization that is trying to house the homeless. I told them they could use the house however they saw fit.
You did what now?
By now, I'd imagine they're enjoying themselves in their new home.
Why would you do something like that? Why would you think that's okay?
I only did it because of my strong volunteer spirit. I feel like I've done something so wonderful for the community.
I am reporting you to the police.
How could you do that to me? And think about the poor homeless. They finally found a place to live.
That's my house. Unfortunately, they can't all just live there with us.
But I'm sure they're feeling so happy right about now. How could you turn them back out into the cold like that? They're so desperate for a place to live.
Don't try to blame this on me. None of this would have happened if you hadn't tried to steal my house out from under me. This is all your fault.
What do you think? They're all trying to steal valuables from your house? Trust me, you have nothing to worry about on that front.
What do you mean by that?
I already gathered up anything of value and took it with me.
I knew you were up to no good in my house.
I only took those things for their safekeeping. I did it for your own good. It's not like you really had anything worth stealing anyway, except for the ring that I found on the shelf in your bedroom. I have to admit that was pretty valuable.
That's my wedding ring. You have to give it back.
Too bad. I already pawned it off.
How could you?
You know, I only got $8,000 for it. I was hoping it would be worth a little more. Anyway, I'll be keeping that money as a celebration of moving into my new home. Thanks for the gift.
Dear, Unbelievable.
Now, I really have no use for you or Craig anymore.
You're right about one thing. There's no going back from this. You've gone too far this time.
Then we're in agreement. We all agree that it's the best if we never see each other again. So don't you ever come near me ever again. I can't wait to move in here with my daughter and her husband, just like I planned. I'm in the process of moving right now.
Oh, you are you? And just where do you think you're moving to?
Into the duplex you guys bought for me. Where else would I be going?
I don't think that's going to work out for you.
Are you still trying to claim that you're not going to give this house to me? I already told you it's mine. You can't stop me.
No, that's not what I meant. The house isn't even finished yet. Didn't you know that?
But there's this beautiful house right here in front of my eyes. You can't fool me. What do you think, I'm stupid?
That's somebody else's house.
Stop trying to trick me. It's 5140 Elm Street.
5240 Elm Street.
What did you just say?
The house that we're buying is at 5240 Elm Street, not 5140.
You can't be serious.
You said you found a map at our house, right?
Yes, I did. What about it?
Well, you know it took us a while to plan everything out for the new house.
Yes, I was getting really impatient. Took you guys forever.
We looked at a couple of different lots to buy the house on. We ultimately decided our one that was a block over from our initial plans.
Hold on a minute. So, you're telling me this is really some stranger's house?
Look a little closer. Does it look like someone's already living there?
Oh my god, there's a nameplate on the door that said the Smiths. Who are the Smiths?
Now do you get it?
But this looks just like the house I had imagined. I was so sure it was mine.
Blinded by your own selfishness again.
Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it from you. But the movers already left with the truck. What am I supposed to do now?
What do you mean the movers already left? So where is all your stuff right now?
I was planning on making Craig come move it all into the house later. I had the movers just leave it all outside. I knew Craig would come running for me.
But I thought that you had no more use for us. What happened to that? You still want to use Craig for hard labor when it's convenient for you, huh?
Well, he's never been much use to me for most of his life. He still owes me. I raised him after all. I figured this is the least he could do for me before I cut him out of my life forever.
I can't believe what a terrible mother you are.
Whatever. It's not the problem anymore. I need you to get over here and gather up all my stuff for me.
Excuse me?
I'm going to have to live with you guys until the house is finished.
What in the world would we ever let you do that?
Do you think I'm happy about it? Trust me, I wouldn't be doing this unless I absolutely had to. I already sold my old place. I have no place else to go.
Are you sure you can't buy your old place back?
I already used all the money to buy new furniture. I don't have anything left.
So you're just sitting outside with a bunch of new furniture right now? Do you know how crazy you must look? What are the Smiths going to think?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's why you need to get over here and help me right now.
Why would I ever want to help you? You've been nothing but terrible to me.
How could you do this to me?
I have no interest in dealing with your selfishness anymore. You're on your own.
You can't just leave me here like this.
What happened to your wonderful plan? I thought you were going to be living with Monica and her husband. Where are they? Why can't you ask them to come help you?
I guess I could try. I'm sure she'd be happy to let me live with her for a little while.
Well, if that's the plan, then you better hurry up and give her a call. You can't be out there with all that furniture all day. I don't think you'll be able to get a hold of her, though.
What do you mean? Why not?
Monica changed her phone number.
Would you stop lying? Why would you do a thing like that?
Go ahead, try call her. You'll see exactly what I mean.
Oh my god, it says this number is no longer in use. What is going on here?
Monica and her husband decided they don't want anything to do with you anymore. They're cutting you off.
There's no way she would ever do that to me. I'm her mother.
Monica's been fed up with you for a while now. She never liked the way you play favorites, even though she was your favorite.
But she's never said anything like that to me. How could that be true?
Well, that's how she really feels. She does love Craig after all. She just never felt like she could tell you before.
But she was excited about living in the duplex with me.
She was just going along with your plans because she didn't want to upset you. She knows how crazy you can get.
No! She's such a nice girl. She would never think of doing something like this to me.
You are her mother, so she was able to put up with your behavior until now. But this time, even she thinks you went too far. She couldn't believe that you would try to do what you were doing.
Why would she care about that? It was better for her that way.
Because she thinks about people other than herself? I know that's difficult for you to comprehend.
No, Monica would never do this to me. Not her. You're making this all up.
Then why can't you get a hold of her? How am I making that up?
There must be some other explanation for it. She wouldn't do this to hide from me. I'm going to go to her house right now and check it out for myself.
That sounds like a great idea. That'll be the quickest way for you to know that I'm telling the truth. Once you see that empty house, you'll know that everything that I'm telling you is true.
Empty house? What are you talking about?
She and her husband already moved into a new place. Of course, it's a place of their own. They would never try to steal the house that we bought.
Stop lying. You're not fooling anyone.
That's what you really think, then go see for yourself. It'll just be a big waste of time, but I don't really care.
Are you telling me she really is gone?
Are you finally starting to believe me?
Is my beautiful Monica really abandoning me like this?
Yes, she is. And Craig and I will be abandoning you shortly.
Wait a minute. What am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to go?
Why should I care?
All my stuff is out here in the street, and I don't have anywhere to go. What am I going to do now? I really don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. It's supposed to start raining heavily pretty soon.
Are you kidding me?
It'll be a shame if all your new furniture got rained on. You wouldn't even be able to return it then.
I need to find a new apartment, fast.
Oh, good luck with that. You know, there's a housing crisis in the city. All the apartments are getting bought up by corporations. It's going to be extremely difficult for you to find an apartment at all, let alone right now.
No way.
You're about to get exactly what you deserve.
You need to give me some money right now. Even if I can't find an apartment right now, I'm sure I can find a hotel to stay in. And I need to put my stuff in storage. I've got to get it away from the rain as soon as possible.
There's no way I'm giving you a dime. Why in the world would I do that? In fact, I'm thinking I'm going to sue you for damages.
Excuse me? You're going to sue me?
You at least owe me the money for the wedding ring that you stole from my house.
I told you that was in celebration of me moving into my new home. You can't do that to me.
That lame excuse isn't going to work on me, and it won't work in court. You could be arrested for theft.
Oh my God. Are they coming to get me? Did you call the police on me?
No, I thought that would be too good for you, so I decided not to file a police report.
Would you make up your mind one way or the other?
I have my reasons, not sure you'll like them. When the cops came to clear all the homeless people out of my house, they told me something.
What's that?
They told me something really interesting about jail. I'd never really thought about it before. When you go to jail, at least you have a roof over your head. So he said sometimes a lot of those homeless people try to get themselves put in jail at least for a night.
I guess that would be better for them than being on the streets.
So what I'm trying to say is, I don't even want you to have a roof over your head. I want you to be stuck out there in the cold rain. That's why I decided not to file a police report.
Oh, that's why? Well, how could you be so cruel?
But I will be filing a civil suit against you. Like I said, you at least owe me for the ring that you stole. Plus, I want you to pay back the money that we spent cleaning up the house. You're going to owe us at least $10,000 when it's all said and done.
How am I ever supposed to pay for that? You know I don't have any money.
Why is that my problem? Good luck figuring out while you're standing there in the cold rain all day.
Listen, Lucy, I'm sure we can work this out. Let's just talk things over.
God, you're such a disgusting person. Where's this sudden change coming from?
Let's just forget about our past, huh? It's all just water under the bridge. Let's live together like we planned.
Ew, gross. No way.
But the new house you bought is a duplex. You're going to have so much wasted space without me there.
My parents are going to be living with us instead, so you don't need to worry about that.
I don't care about what your parents want to do. What about me? Let's make up and live together after all. What do you say?
I used to think I wanted to have a better relationship with you, but those feelings are all entirely gone now. And it's entirely your fault. You brought this on yourself.
No, it's not too late. We can start all over, right?
There's absolutely no way you need to give up on that idea right now.
But I don't have that much time left. You wouldn't do this to an old lady like me, would you? How are you going to be able to sleep at night?
Oh, I am going to sleep like a baby knowing that you're out of my life forever.
Don't say that to me. You have to help me. Oh my God, it already started raining. You have to come help me right now. What am I going to do?
No matter how many times you ask me, there's no way I'm coming to help you. Hope you enjoy getting soaked to the bone.
But what's going to happen to me? I'm going to become homeless. Is that what you want?
That sounds awesome. I think it'll be good for you. Maybe hitting rock bottom will finally make you realize what a terrible person you've been your whole life. You need some time to think about what you've done.
But at my age, if I hit rock bottom, I'll never be able to climb back up. How am I supposed to come back from this? That's not how I want to spend out the rest of my years. Please don't do this to me.
Rachel stood there in a daze for a while, not knowing what to do with herself. I think she was probably in shock. Eventually, Mr. Smith came out of his house to yell at her to get off his lawn. Apparently, that's what made her snap back to reality. She used some of the little money she had left to buy a little handcart. Then she found a vacant lot nearby. It took her a whole lot of trips going back and forth, but she eventually moved all her stuff into that vacant lot. After that, she had no choice but to just live as a homeless person for a while. And then I went ahead and filed that civil suit against her. Eventually, she did find a place that she could live. All she had was a single tiny room. She didn't even own a bathroom. It was a shared bathroom kind of situation. Her new furniture was all ruined by the rain. Not that she had any room for it in her tiny apartment anyway. She shoved in whatever she could. I'd imagine it looks more like a junkyard in there than a room where somebody lives. She has no source of income besides her Social Security, so it's going to be very, very hard for her to pay back the $10,000 that she owes us. Even in installments, it's going to take her forever. She had to get a job as a dishwasher. Social Security was never going to be enough. Now she lives a sad, lonely, poor life. On the other hand, we moved into that nice new duplex that we bought. We're happy to have my parents move in with us too. We're all living a nice, peaceful life now. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and let us know what you thought in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this and press the bell for notifications. Are you really making $100,000 a year now? If that's true, I'll let you get remarried to Daddy.
And who are you?
Come on, it's me, the stepdaughter of the man you divorced a few years back.
Aaron?
You can't tell me you forgot what happened 6 years ago. You don't remember busting out of the house in hysteric tears? I caught the last part of it in my phone and uploaded it to my TikTok so you can watch it if you want. Don't forget to like and share it afterwards.
You haven't changed.
Thank you.
not trying to compliment you. But you and I have no reason to be speaking. I have nothing to do with your family anymore and have nothing to say to you.
Don't be so cold. We were a family until just a little while ago. There should be no secrets between family.
If you need a reminder, it was you that refused to accept me as your father's wife.
Really? Me? Do something that awful?
Your harassment of me at all times of the day drove your father and I apart, forced me out of the house, and led to our divorce.
I had no idea. You suffered so much when living with us, and I had no idea.
Enough with your sarcasm and pettiness. It's the past. I've moved on, and I'm going to go now.
Wait, I think I'm starting to remember some things that happened. Could it be that you were hurt by some of my sweet, childish antics? Like throwing the meals you worked so hard to make directly into the trash? Could that be it?
That's just the tip of the iceberg.
Maybe perhaps when I dumped that soup all over the new outfit you bought?
That was more than one time.
1, 2, 6 times. It's all the same.
So you do remember exactly how many times.
Maybe when I accidentally bumped into you at the top of the stairs and you rolled all the way to the bottom like one of the Three Stooges.
I broke my right arm in 2 places and cracked a rib.
Oh yeah, and you couldn't move for a month or so.
Go on.
There were a few times I went into your room, borrowed some of your personal belongings, and sold them on eBay.
There was that, but that's not all it was.
Maybe when I took your wedding ring and 3-carat diamond engagement ring that you treasured so much and threw them into the river. Could you really still be holding a grudge over something that small?
Did you think I would ever forget being treated so poorly by someone I tried to be a mother to?
There was that time that I was on the verge of getting kicked out of that private school Daddy sent me to because my grades were bad and I had so many absences. So I blame my lack of concentration and attendance on the harassment my stepmother was inflicting on me.
Do you know how embarrassing it was to be called in for something like that with security escorting me and watching my every move in front of so many people?
Yeah, I had to tell them you were known to gravitate to violent outbursts when confronted with inconvenient truths, so I could win more sympathy from the administration.
I was on a watch list until you were kicked out of school and the authorities finally believed me.
That was hilarious. I still can't believe it took them that long to figure out that I was basically running a brothel out of the school's gymnasium. Good times, good times. Come on. You know how it was like being a hormonal teen, right? Show some leniency and just let it be water under the bridge already.
While I forgive you for your father's sake, I will never forget what you put me through.
Seriously? Even Daddy still blames me for you leaving and gets angry at me whenever your name pops up. What's wrong with you old people? Don't you know you're supposed to love your children no matter what?
Letting children get away with selfishness is not love. You were the reason your father and I divorced, and you knew what you were doing the whole time.
Come now. I really had no intention of coming between you two. I was just playing around.
Your unprovoked harassment psychologically traumatized me. I had to go to therapy for 2 years, and very little help because the aggression was so one-sided.
I am so sorry. Oh, I had no idea that would happen to you. I thought adults like you would be more resilient to a little needling from a child.
You feel no regret for taking away the happiness 2 people found, even when one of those is your own father?
Well, since the divorce, Daddy barely talks to me. It's kind of scary, to say the truth.
Well, obviously, we were happy when we found one another and tried so hard to make it work, despite your active sabotage. We tried to make you feel loved and needed, despite not being our daughter. You took advantage of our kindness and hurt us.
Come on now, Melissa. That's all ancient history now. Just forget about it and move on. You'll only find happiness by focusing on the here and now.
No one could or should forget experiencing such a horrifying past. I honestly never want to speak to you again, Aaron. And I never would have thought that you would reach out to me after you got what you wanted with me leaving your life.
Look, I grew up as well from that time. I'm 24 now.
So you're a full-fledged adult now. Congratulations.
Truthfully, I called you because I wanted to tell you about Daddy.
What is it?
He caught some really rare disease, and it has him completely bedridden.
Are you serious?
Because of that, I'm really having trouble paying the bills.
What's going on? What happened?
I don't have any money since I can't work.
You're 24, right? You should be able to find some kind of work to help out your father.
It's such a pain and drag to go job hunting. Waking up every morning to go to work is like a form of cruel torture.
What are you talking about? Every responsible adult is doing that to pay the bills and keep society running.
How do they expect me to do anything with a paltry starting salary of only $4,500 a month? I would never work so cheaply.
You live in a house that's already been paid off. That should be more than enough for a young professional. Also, if you work hard and polish your skills, you'll get promoted and earn more over time.
What do companies expect us to be able to buy for less than $5,000? You can't even go on a decent vacation with that much.
You're an adult now. Save your money so you can get what you want then.
Nah, I just want to live as a parasite for the rest of my life. I don't want to do any work, but still be able to live the most luxurious of lives. I just want to have a huge chunk of cash to fall on me. And bam! No more problems.
You don't actually expect life to work out that easily for you, do you?
Well, it seems to have worked out pretty well for you, hasn't it? Is it true that you really are pulling in $100,000 a year?
I see what you're after. That's the real reason you decided to reach out to me after all this time?
Please, come back, Melissa. If you don't come back, I'm going to be in so much trouble. If you don't, I'm going to have to resort to looking for more sugar daddies to make ends meet.
What? Are you serious?
Just don't tell Daddy what I'm doing, okay?
Wait, no one wants you to do that.
Well, I can make about $1,000 a month per mark. If I push myself, I should be able to pick up 6 or 7 Joe Schmoes a month.
You need to stop doing that immediately. Please, clean up your act and find a career you can talk about in polite company. It may be easy money now while you're young and pretty, but you're going to hit a wall when age begins to take a toll on your body.
I may rethink it if you agree to remarry Daddy, though.
What are you talking about? You know that's not going to happen.
Could you at least lend me some money so I can afford a surgery for my daddy?
Is it really that serious?
$5,000 is all I ask.
That's a lot of money to pull together on such short notice. Is it an emergency?
There's no one else I can turn to or rely on for this. You're the only person I can trust here.
What about Al's family? I'm sure they would be glad to help you out.
They've just abandoned us.
Why? He was always so close to them.
Look, I promised to start looking for a steady job and walk the straight path from here on out. I also promised to not cause trouble for you anymore. This is my only and last request to you. But not for me, for your ex-husband.
All right. I'll wire you the cash for his surgery, but you promise to get a job and pay back every penny, all right?
Of course. You know you can trust me.
You also need to become more independent to take stress off your father.
Yes, I got it. I'll DM you my account information after this.
Make sure you take care of your father while he recovers from the surgery and goes through rehab.
You can count on me.
My name is Melissa, 40 years old with one failed marriage under my belt. I met my first husband around 10 years ago through a mutual acquaintance and married soon afterwards in a whirlwind romance. Only to go through a divorce 6 years ago. The person on the other side of this WhatsApp conversation is my ex-husband's daughter, Erin. As you can probably tell from our conversation, she has quite the capricious disposition, and I suffered greatly from her covert and overt harassment methods. It was because of her treatment of me that I was forced out of their house and led to my divorce with her father. After experiencing such a terrible history at her hands, I was absolutely shocked to receive a message from her, of all people. The man I divorced was in no way a bad person. He is a serious, hard-working engineer that is honest almost to a fault. Since we didn't split on bad terms and I had no hard feelings toward him in any way, I always wondered what had become of him and if he was doing well. Because of my curiosity about his well-being, I forced myself to keep my cool when talking to Erin. That girl, Erin, then went on to do something unbelievable and cause a whole new set of issues.
Come here and make me something to eat.
Erin?
I haven't eaten anything for 2 whole days. At this rate, I'm going to starve to death.
What is going on? How did that happen?
Cooking is such a pain to do, especially the shopping, cutting stuff, washing the dishes. I've only been eating boxed and bagged snacks for the last week or so, and I'm sick of it. At least when you were around, good food would show up without me having to do anything.
What do you mean starving? If you have snack foods to eat, you, at the very least, won't starve.
Whatever, just hurry up and come here. I also need you to clean my room because it's a total mess.
Do it yourself. I am not your maid or servant and never was.
You're so selfish. I can't believe you would let your cute daughter suffer the indignity of starvation.
Putting that aside, how's Alan doing? I assume the surgery went well?
Daddy's the picture of health. Why do you ask?
You said that he was bedridden with a terrible disease and needed a surgery to help him recover, right?
Oh yeah, I said that, didn't I? Don't worry, that was just a lie.
What? So what happened to that $5,000 that I sent you for the surgery?
I used that to go out clubbing and drinking with my friends. That's a night I'll never forget. We got so wasted and I had so much fun knowing our dime wasn't on the line.
I can't believe you. Why would you lie about something so serious?
Daddy won't give me an allowance anymore when I ask for it. Saying something about working for my bread or some nonsense like that. I wasn't really paying attention, but I really just wanted to go out and have a little fun. Why does he have to be so stingy? So I turned to someone who has more money than they know what to do with.
So you lied straight to my face because you refused to act like an adult, I see?
You're living the high life now and don't need to worry about money. So what's the harm in sponging a little off you? So I thought, conning you out of 5 Gs is something you could blow off without much thought. So I believed, thank you, Mom.
You are incorrigible and unbelievable. What about finding a job? Did you even do that?
Of course not. Why would I do something so unfulfilling and unbearable when I have a sweet sugar mama right here waiting for me?
You made a promise to me, right? Did you forget that?
No, but you should know how hard it is for people to find jobs in these times. So why bother trying when my chances are so low?
At least show me that you've been trying to fulfill your end of the bargain. Show me your resume, and I can give you some advice on how to make it pop.
Ugh, you're starting to sound like Daddy, and that makes me sad. He keeps yelling at me to become independent and self-sufficient, or other dumb things like that. I feel like I might have a nervous breakdown with all the stress you and him are putting on me.
Your father is right, as usual, on that point.
That's not the only thing that's giving me a headache. Get this, he's planning on getting remarried. Can you believe him?
I see that as a good thing. I'm glad that he's moving on and trying to find happiness.
Uh-oh, do I detect someone trying to hide their jealousy behind the camouflage of self-delusion?
Not at all. It's been 6 years and we're both adults. Why would it be strange if either one of us had potential marriage prospects lined up?
There you go again, trying to hide your pain and jealousy by pretending to be an adult about things. You really want to get back together with my dad again, don't you?
Again, not in the slightest. I have my life to live, and Al has every right to live the way he wants as well. We enjoyed our time together, but due to you, things didn't work out. I honestly wish for him to find the peace and happiness he deserves.
Well, I don't like it one bit. I refuse to accept that woman.
What's the matter with you? Can't you let your own father be happy?
She's so plain and ugly. And worst of all, she's poor.
Don't be so shallow and materialistic. You have no right to impose your own values or judgments on what your father chooses to do after he worked so hard to raise you. Also, none of those things you mentioned reflect who the person is on the inside.
I think someone as beautiful and good at housework as you is the right match for him. I wouldn't have to be embarrassed by her being around if you were there instead.
Please, think about your father's happiness.
I decide who Daddy marries, and I choose you.
What is going on in that beautifully empty head of yours?
When he gets married, I have to share my house with a complete stranger. I cannot stand doing that again.
Well, then you need to learn from what happened when I was living with you two and avoid doing everything you did to me. You need to put forward effort to make the household happier for everyone involved, or you can move out on your own.
This is my house.
No, it's your father's.
Then I'm moving out.
First, you'll need to find a job. Then you can take the next step.
No, I'm moving to your place.
Are you out of your mind?
I won't have to cook or clean anything, and you'll give me everything I want.
Use your common sense. You know that's not going to happen.
I need a mommy to take care of me.
You don't want a mother. You're just looking for an ATM.
Well, I've already decided to move to your place, so that's final. And to prepare for the move, I went out and bought a new set of Louis Vuitton bags.
No, how can you afford that?
I just used my credit card. You'll help me pay it off, right? Daddy's being a misery again and won't pay off my card anymore. But if I live with you, you can pay off all my back payments too.
I will not pay a single cent. How can you really think I will do anything for you?
Mommy, can you also get me a Mercedes-Benz to drive around town? I've always wanted to drive one, a red one. Please and thank you.
I will not pay for anything, and stop calling me your mother.
Come on, you don't need to sound so angry. I promise to take good care of you when you get old. How does that sound?
This is a waste of time and has nothing to do with me anymore. I have my own life to live now, and you do not factor into it. I always held out hope that you would grow out of your selfish behavior and make your father's life easier, but I see that has not happened. I will no longer communicate with you anymore.
There you go with those empty threats again. You and I both know that you really want to drop everything and take this cute stepdaughter into your arms.
You couldn't be further from the truth. Please, stop deluding yourself. It's getting embarrassing to hear this.
Don't take it out on me. Your rival is Daddy's new fiancée, not me. But don't worry, I'll drive her out of the house like I did with you.
Aaron, no! Aaron! Aaron!
Hey, Mommy. Just got my new Benz. Don't forget to pay off that loan for me.
What are you talking about?
Don't you remember? Last time we spoke, I told you to pay off my credit cards and get my car loan payments.
And I told you that I won't pay for anything, right?
You're making $100,000 a year, right? So what's the problem then? You got the cash and I have the drive to spend it. It's a win-win situation.
That income is my husband's income, not mine.
What?
My husband is the wealthy one. Because of that, I live a luxurious life with no worries.
That's not what I heard. That can't be right. How dare you remarry when you have my daddy and me?
I met my current husband 3 years ago, and we got married a year ago.
You cheating wench!
Calm down. There's no reason to be calling me that.
Whatever. So you have a new man now.
Wow, that's a turnaround that would even throw LeBron.
That doesn't change the fact that I'm coming to live with you.
You're still going on about that?
The Hamptons, Upper East Side, where are you now? I'll grab an Uber and be there in 2 shakes.
Côte d'Azur.
Where? Is that in Jersey?
Geography was never your strong suit, was it? The French Riviera?
French fries? What?
I feel bad Al wasted all that money on your schooling. I live in southern France now, in a villa just outside of Nice.
A village that's not very nice? Why would a rich person live there?
I'm screen capping this.
I don't understand. Don't make fun of me.
This is a view from where I'm sitting now.
That is so unfair. I want to live there too.
It really is wonderful.
How do I get there?
You'll need a passport, and I know you can't get one because of your rap sheet.
Overseas?
The man I got married to has a daughter a little younger than you.
A stepdaughter?
Yeah, she is so cute. Not just the way she looks, but her character too. It's just too sweet. I can pamper her like she was my real daughter because she is so wonderful.
What is with that? You're making me so jealous. That isn't any fun at all.
She accepted me as family member right off the bat when we were first introduced to one another by my new husband. Unlike someone else who treated me like an indentured servant from the get-go and went out of her way to make every day a living nightmare.
That was just a little rebellion all teens go through. A cute, slip hormonal teens sometimes go through and should be forgiven as soon as possible, right?
She loved my cooking so much that she is now studying to become a chef. She now makes fabulous meals for the 3 of us and helps me out around the house with a smile.
What is that? Some kind of perfect cyborg?
We sing together when cooking and cleaning as a team, so it's actually fun to do those chores. In fact, they don't even feel like chores anymore. My husband said he would rather stay home listening and watching to us do things around the house than doing anything else.
There is no way such a perfect family scene exists.
I thought so too. It still feels like a dream with how wonderful and peaceful my life is now. Oh, and the 100K rumor you heard about is just the pocket money that he insists I have access to at all times.
Cash?
Yeah, it can be a pain to have so much, but he insists that cash payments make everything go faster.
On you all the time? That can't be safe.
I thought so too, but he has a shadow security detail around me and our daughter at all times.
Did you marry into the mafia?
No, he comes from old money, really old money. And he invested his estate so well that he's more than triple his original worth. For my birthday, he reserved the entire Coach store for the day and let me choose whatever I wanted in any amount since they're my favorite brand.
Unbelievable. I thought that only happens in the movies.
He didn't want me to be stressed out choosing stuff because that store can really be busy during the tourist season. That coincided with my birthday. These are real deal, not like the knockoffs you had to settle for because you had no self-control.
I get it. Your husband is loaded. Lay off already.
My daughter took me to dinner at a 3-star Michelin restaurant that evening, too.
Of course, rich kids can do things like that.
No. She reserved the table 4 months in advance, even before her father and I had married. She then worked to save up money so she could pay for everything herself, all to thank me for showing her the path she's following now.
Why are you talking about how she's so great? How do you think that makes me feel?
She's also promised to take care of me even in my old age and said she would never leave me alone.
I promised the same thing to you.
And only one of those promises is trustworthy and was made with no expectation of material return. I had no idea I could feel such bliss. I sometimes feel sorry for my husband because I spend so much time with our daughter. But he says it makes him happy to see the 2 of us happy together.
This is so unfair.
Because of you, I had to divorce Al, but now I see that it was all for the best as I found my happily ever after.
It's not fair. You being happy isn't fair. What about me? I'm going to be all alone. Who's going to take care of me and make me happy?
You gotta find a way to make yourself happy, sans the cost to others' happiness. Your selfish actions in purposefully impeding the happiness of others is coming back to bite you now.
But I have no money source now. What am I going to do? I'm at rock bottom now.
You're 24 now. Are you now ashamed to be leeching off your father at that age? And using such unscrupulous lies to con me out of money? That is lower than low. How dare you use your father's health to cheat people?
It was just a little white lie. How does that hurt anyone?
I've contacted the relevant authorities about your little con game. Since you pulled us while I'm in France now, it's an international affair with Interpol and the FBI working together.
Why would you do that? I don't want to go to jail.
I will also be contacting your father and telling him everything that happened in addition to your escort income.
You wouldn't dare. Please, no, anything but that. If he finds out, he'll kick me out for sure.
Then I guess you have no choice but to become homeless.
I can't live under a bridge. How will I charge my phone?
That should be the least of your worries. You'll have plenty of time to understand the consequences of your actions.
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
That's hilarious, but too little too late. You should have thought about that before things went this far.
I apologize. Please don't let them take me away.
And the gall to push your credit card and your car payments on me? Did you actually believe I would pay?
Please forgive me. I don't want to leave my home.
Get ready to face a life of debt. You had a cushy ride for 24 years. Now you get to work for your bread.
Please, no. Save me. I promise to change. I'll get a job. Melissa? Melissa?
Erin was arrested on extortion charges, and more evidence of her little harmless crimes came to light. She was released on $10,000 bail and barely escaped jail time. Alan, her father, found out about this and blew his lid. He immediately kicked her out his house and wrote her out of his will. With no money and nowhere to go, Erin was left to pay off her car loans and credit card debt alone. On top of that, she still had to pay back the money she borrowed from me. In order to make a dent in the debt she accrued, she had to get a job as a housekeeper. It seems like she's working from break of dawn till midnight to earn enough to make ends meet and keep the interest payments from growing. Her father had a guilt-free wedding and is starting anew with his new wife and are already expecting a new addition to the family. I live in the wonderful climate of the French Riviera with my husband and daughter, having the most perfect and peaceful of lives. Thank you for watching to the end. If this video made you feel just desserts were served, please leave a like. Everyone else, leave a comment. And as always, please subscribe. Hey, I just wanted to tell you my amazing idea. Now that he's gone, I think it would be best if I inherited the mansion.
I'm sorry, but what? Who is this?
Oh, sorry. I guess you didn't know that I got your number. Anyway, nice to meet you, Isla. I'm Susie, Tobias's wife. Well, common law wife. We didn't get married before he had the accident. But you should know that since you're just his wife in name only, he loved me more than he loved you. Oh, it's you. Well, you're actually the third person to come forward. Third person? What do you mean by that? You're the third person to contact me and say the same thing since Toby's accident. Oh, really? Well, you can ignore everyone else and let me have it. I'm also going to take over as the sole proprietor of his estate. But I guess it doesn't matter what you decide, 'cause I came here solely for the purpose of moving into this house, so it's mine now. This house? Don't tell me that you're there right now. I'm chilling in the living room now as we speak. Getting in here took quite a lot of energy, so I'm taking a well-deserved little break. How on earth did you get in? I locked all the doors before I left the house today. Oh, that's easy. Tobias gave me a copy of the key. What? How could he do that? No need to fuss over the details. All you need to know is that I moved in here today. It's mine now, so don't bother coming back. What?
You can't do that. That's my house. You can't have it and you can't stay there.
Oh, come on. We both know that you're not fooling anyone with that lie.
Doesn't matter if you believe me or not. I'm going to call the police.
Go ahead, but they won't be able to do anything because I have a copy of Tobias's will.
You do?
Yes, and in it, it says after his death, I get the mansion. I get everything that belongs to him.
There is no way that it says that.
Well, it does, so you need to get out of my house right away. Oh, wait. You're already out. Thanks for not being here when I moved in. Saved me a lot of trouble of having to kick you out physically.
The will that you have isn't valid.
What? Of course it is.
It isn't. I'm the one that bought the house. It's my property and it was never Toby's to give away in the first place.
Oh? Is that how you tricked all the other women who came to you?
No, it isn't an excuse or a trick. It's the truth. Tobias didn't even spend 1 penny when I bought the house.
That might have worked on the other dumb woman, but not me. I won't give up that easily. Besides, I know that Tobias had a lot of money saved up. He told me that he paid for the house in cash.
That was the line he used to trick women into liking him.
I know you're just trying to throw me off, but I won't be moved that easily. You've met your match in me, you ugly witch.
God, you're so rude.
Just calling it like it is. If you want to blame someone, blame your parents for having such a hideous daughter that couldn't satisfy her husband. You don't deserve to live in that house anyway. The fact that you even lived there brings the value of it down.
You better watch what you say to me.
Or what? What are you going to do? Even though we're both the same age, you've really let yourself go. I don't blame Tobias at all for cheating on you. I bet everyone who's ever seen you would say the same thing. Tobias was right to cheat on you.
You've never even met me, so you can't even say anything.
That's what you think, but I saw you come out of the house.
So you're admitting to stalking me?
You're ugly, and you're stupid. I wasn't stalking you. I was just waiting for my time to strike. I have better things to do than waste my time worrying about your insignificant life.
You sound completely unhinged.
You can call me that if that's what makes you feel better, but it doesn't change the fact that the house looks better with me in it than you.
Well, enjoy your time in it while it lasts. The police are on their way and they will be there soon. They're going to arrest you for trespassing and breaking and entering.
You really called them?
I did, just like I said I would. So if you don't want to be arrested, then you should get out of there before they arrive.
Fine. I'll leave this time, but don't think you've won. I'll be back soon. This mansion's going to be mine, and I won't rest until it is.
My husband, Toby, died suddenly from a terrible car accident. His passing is already a big ordeal for me, but now I also have to deal with all the messages from people who want our house. Everything has been completely exhausting. So far, the women who have come forward with these claims believed me when I said that the house was mine and have since left me alone. But this Susie person has been particularly stubborn. She even managed to let herself into my house. When the police arrived, Susie wasn't there. I know I shouldn't waste time dealing with someone like her, but a part of me wants to know what my husband did while he was still alive. When we thought about growing our family, Toby and I decided to build a bigger house for ourselves, but I was the one that paid for everything. Now that he's gone, the place is just too big for just me to live in. When Susie said that she had the key, it made me feel super uneasy, that I can't even sleep at night. I moved into a hotel for a while to calm myself down, but then something shocking and unexpected was waiting for me.
I have a copy of Tobias's bank statement.
What? How did you get that?
It was easy. As his wife, I deserve to have a copy.
Wait, did you take it when you were at the house yesterday?
Of course I did. How else was I able to get it? Tobias can't give it to me now. Man, you ask the stupidest questions.
That's basically stealing personal information. You should know that what you did is a crime.
Oh, I'm so scared. Why don't you call the police like you did yesterday?
I think I will, actually.
You don't even know where I am or even my full name, so what are you going to tell them? You can't even give them a description of what I look like. They might just end up charging you for wasting their precious time. That would be so funny. I would pay money to see that.
I am going to hire a detective to find out who you are. It's going to be easy for them to find out who you are.
You like to talk a lot of crap. Don't do something stupid like that. Stop wasting people's time. It's just going to be embarrassing for you in the end.
What do you mean by that?
I told you. I have a copy of Tobias's will. That means that the mansion and the money are going to be mine in the end. No matter what. Whatever you do to try and change that will be futile and pointless.
I already told you that the house will never be yours.
And I told you that I'm getting that house no matter what.
You really want to live in that house?
Yes, of course. It's beautiful.
I'm tired of fighting you over the same thing over and over again.
Sounds like I'm about to win. The gods of victory are smiling down on me today. We can keep this going as long as you want, but it won't change the outcome.
That's true. Fine. You can stay there if you want.
I'm glad that you finally came to your senses. You lost and I won.
I won't be able to do it myself, so I'm going to let a professional take a look at all the documents. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, that would be better, thank you.
You're welcome.
By the way, this isn't the only bank account he has, right? This statement isn't everything, right? Could you give me the rest of his money too?
If you want, I can give up all my rights to inherit Tobias's assets. You can be the head of his estate.
Are you being serious?
Yes, I am. I'll give you all of Tobias's assets and everything that he has.
That would be so amazing. Thank you. But I have to ask, what's with the sudden change of heart?
I've lost all energy to fight you for it.
Oh, how sad that is for you, but how lucky that is for me.
I'm going to hire a third party to deal with the transfer, but I'm going to need some information from you, so please tell me your address.
Yeah, okay, no problem. 365 Applewood Lane.
Near the bowling alley?
That's right.
Thanks. I'll contact you again when I have everything ready.
No, thank you. The faster the better.
But it might take a little time to get everything ready.
Yeah, that's fine. I should probably go on a vacation while you get everything ready.
Sure. Thanks for taking over Tobias's estate. It was giving me a lot of stress.
You must have hit your head somewhere to say something like that.
No, I'm just tired. I don't want to deal with you anymore.
Well, that's what happens when you try to fight me. Either way, I'll gladly take it. You should have just handed it over the first time I asked. Serves you right. Thanks for contacting me. I was able to get out of the lease for my apartment earlier than I thought, so I'm going to start moving my things into the house now.
Did you sign all the paperwork already?
Of course I did. I signed all the papers as soon as I got them. I bet the ink hasn't even dried yet.
Did you listen to what my lawyer told you?
It was too long and boring, so I just sat there and nodded. But in reality, I had my earbuds in and I was listening to music. Then when his mouth stopped moving, I signed the papers.
Is that so?
I was so glad that he didn't stick around after I signed the papers.
I see. Well, I'm already finished moving out, so you can move in whenever you want.
Oh, are you scared of me now?
I am scared because I don't know what you're going to do next. You're very unpredictable.
You stood between me and what I wanted. That's all. Don't take it too personally, but I do hope that it was a lesson learned on your part. Don't ever try to get in my way again. I'm not going to let you ruin my mood. I'm so happy that the mansion is finally mine. This is the best day ever.
Well, actually, the house isn't and won't ever be yours.
What do you mean?
I told you, it was never Toby's house to give away. It was mine. But since you had your heart so set on it, I decided I would rent it to you.
What?
The papers that you signed weren't the deed to the house. It was a rental agreement.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. That's what the papers were. I'm pretty sure my lawyer gave you a copy. You can read it yourself.
No way! This can't be happening!
If you had read over the papers, or even listened to what my lawyer was saying, you would have realized what was going on before you signed. Reading before signing a contract is the first rule of business.
Why didn't you tell me?
The lawyer did tell you. I just told you that.
So it really is your house? That wasn't just a lie to get me off your case?
That's right. I've been nothing but truthful this whole time.
Then the will I have isn't worth anything?
Right you are again. You're on a roll. Good for you.
Stop mocking me. This isn't funny.
I'm serious here. The rent is going to cost you, but you'll probably be able to start living there from today, just like you wanted.
What the hell is this? Brokerage fees? I thought that was the amount that I was going to inherit.
Oh, no, that's not what you were going to get. If you read it, you would have known that.
On top of that, I have to pay $10,000 a month to live there? That's too expensive.
You should have listened to what my lawyer was saying. I guess you learned another valuable lesson today.
I'm canceling the contract right now.
When you want to break the rental agreement, you need to give at least 3 months' notice. That's also written in the rental agreement contract. Whether you live there or not, you're still obligated to pay 3 months of rent. 3 times $10,000 is $30,000. By the way, rent doesn't include utilities. You're responsible for that yourself. That's on page 3, paragraph 7 under the renter's responsibilities.
Fine. I'm at the bank now. I'll pay it all off using the money that's in Tobias's bank account.
How will you do that?
Tobias's bank statement says he has $500,000.
Oh, that. You won't be able to use his money to cover it.
Why not? Don't tell me you froze his bank account out of spite.
You'll be glad to hear that I didn't do that.
Then why can't I use the money?
You're at the bank already. Why don't you see what happens when you try to access the money?
I will. Wait. $2.74? That's all he has in there?
That sounds about right. As soon as we got married, we set up that bank account and made it our rainy day fund. But Toby just spent all the money I put in there on frivolous things. He used all of it behind my back. He probably spent it on women like you.
Why didn't you tell me that? You should have told me that sooner.
Even if I did tell you, would you have believed me without finding it out yourself?
Yeah, that might be true. But still, I should have checked the bank account as soon as I was able to instead of just waiting.
Same here. I thought you would have found out by now.
I was waiting until it was time to move to use that money. But it's okay. There are still others.
Oh, Toby's assets, you mean?
That's right. You said that I could have them.
Yeah, his estate and everything is all yours. While I have your attention, there's something I want to talk to you about. You said that Tobias and you were in a common law relationship and you refer to yourself as his wife?
That's right. I was more his wife than you have ever been.
You do know that common law doesn't apply to people who are still married, right?
What? It doesn't?
Yeah, you're not entitled to anything unless Tobias specifically named you in the will.
He did do that. In the copy that I have, he left me all his assets.
You would be entitled to that if the will that you had was real, but it isn't.
You say that, but how do you know?
Well, the first thing is that it's just a typed-up document. Secondly, it's not even notarized or dated. It doesn't even have the signature of 2 witnesses. Tobias probably just typed that up one night just to please you. He probably knew full well that it wasn't legally binding.
But he assured me that it was the real deal.
I don't doubt that he did. He told you what you wanted to hear. And you believed him because that piece of paper was all you wanted, and you didn't care about the details.
So he tricked me?
He sure did. Also, I would stop saying out loud that you were his common-law wife if I were you.
Why not?
Because we don't live in Utah. Polygamy is illegal.
I didn't know that. The only reason I claimed to be his wife is because I wanted in on his inheritance. He owes me that much for being with him.
Well, you don't have to claim to be his wife to get his estate. You could have just asked. I was very happy to sign it over to you. That's the other document my lawyer gave you.
Oh, finally, things are looking up.
I'll say, I'm so glad you took it off my hands. I don't need his burdens and his debts.
What? Burdens and debt?
Toby was never good with money. He was in a lot of debt. He was hooked on shopping and gambling. It's going to be very hard for you to repay everything.
Wait a second. I'm responsible for his debts? I didn't know that he had money problems.
You sure are. You're in charge of his estate now.
That's not what I signed up for.
It might not be what you wanted, but you certainly signed up for it. My lawyer explained that to you earlier before you signed.
You tricked me. You and Tobias conspired against me.
I didn't trick you. How was I supposed to know that you would just sign all the documents without even listening to the lawyer? I thought you would see how ridiculous your position was and leave me alone after the lawyer explained everything. I never even dreamed I would be so lucky that you would actually take it. Again, I am very thankful for that, even though it has been quite an ordeal.
Stop making fun of me. This isn't fair. If you know how much he owes, you better tell me now.
It should be on the document, but the last time I checked it was about $580,000. But the number grows every day with the interest.
Oh my God. I don't have that much money. That's more money than I'll ever see in my life.
You're going to have to find a way because, unfortunately, the debt wasn't accrued through normal institutions. I don't think they much care about the legalities in getting the money back.
But I just can't. I just left my apartment. Now I need to pay for rent of that stupid big house, and it isn't even furnished. I threw away all my old furniture because I thought I would be able to buy new ones with the money.
Wow, I guess that's why they say don't count your chickens until they've hatched.
I have my own debts too, you know.
Of course you do.
I thought I would be able to pay them off with Tobias's money. I even added to the debt by going on that trip. Oh, I shouldn't have done that.
That really sucks for you. You should have thought everything through more carefully.
What should I do?
Don't look at me, it's your mess. Do I have to remind you that you broke into my house and stole those bank statements from me?
I didn't break in, I had a key.
Even if you did have the key, you entered without my permission. It still counts as trespassing.
But I gained nothing from it. He only had $2.74 in his bank account.
That doesn't matter. Just because you didn't benefit doesn't decriminalize what you did. Should not have taken it off the property. That is called theft. Even an elementary school student could understand that.
Okay, then I'll apologize. From the bottom of my heart, I'm so sorry for what I did. I'm sorry I entered your house without your permission, and I deeply regret taking that paper. Can you please find it in your heart to forgive me?
Sure, I forgive you. But the apology is a little late. I already submitted a complaint to the police.
It's not too late. You can withdraw it. Please do that for me.
Sorry, but I can't. I think they're already on their way since I gave them your address as well.
How can you be so cruel? I can't be in debt and go to jail. You're killing me twice already.
All I can do is pray that you'll be able to come out of this a changed person.
Wait, you own the house, right?
Yeah, I said that already. What about it?
You said that you put money into Tobias's account.
You're just repeating what I said. I don't see your point.
That means you must be loaded.
Well, I guess I would say that I do pretty well for myself. Sure.
You really are amazing for a really plain-looking person. But that is my point. You're able to lend me money without interest.
What? You want me to lend you money even though you've been horrible to me? You even just insulted my looks.
Sorry, I didn't mean it. It just sort of slipped out. It won't happen again, I swear.
Slipped out? In text? No, I think that was intentional. Anyway, no, I won't be lending you any money. You're not exactly trustworthy. I don't think it would be a good investment.
Can't you just give me a break? You have enough money. You let Tobias just blow through it anyway. I don't see why you can't cut me the same slack.
I'm not here to negotiate with you.
Okay, I can't negotiate, but please have mercy on me. I'm sorry for everything.
You think that an apology is good enough?
I'm a victim here, too. I was tricked by Tobias, and you've thoroughly humiliated me and taught me a lesson, so please just ease up on me. Take back the police report, or let me out of the lease, or lend me the money for the debt. Anything.
I said that this isn't up for negotiation. You're still not listening. You willingly fell for the lies, and you wouldn't listen when I tried to tell you the truth, so don't start acting like the victim now.
I know, but it was worth a try. I'm willing to do anything at this point.
Anything but pay for your crimes?
The punishment here does not fit the crime. I might deserve some of it, but this is too steep. Please take pity on me. At least don't let me go to jail.
It's out of my hands. Save your breath for the judge and jury. Remember, you came after me. You didn't listen properly. I hope you remember this lesson for the rest of your life.
I have learnt my lesson. I'm changed. Please, save me. You win! You're right. You've always been right. I lost. I did something bad. It was all my fault. Please, help!
Looks like the gods of victory are smiling on me today and not you. Goodbye. Susie was soon arrested for theft and trespassing. She was held in jail for a while, but she was let out on bail. I don't know how she got the money to do it, but it just contributed to her debts. Now she has to pay her bail money and Toby's debts. My lawyer told me that the rental agreement wasn't really enforceable since I had no reason to believe she could actually pay any of what I asked for. I'm okay with that because it was never about the money for me. I just wanted her to realize how wrong she was, and this was the only way she would know. Besides, she's still got the massive debt to deal with, and the amount keeps going up with incurring interest. She can't afford to have any time off, so she works all 7 days a week, doing whatever she can to make money. As for me, I bought a new condo with strong security features. I finally feel safe living on my own again. The view isn't bad either. I feel so free. Free of that house and the bad memories, and free of my cheating husband. God rest his soul. I'm at peace with the way my life has turned out, and that is worth more than any money can get me. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.